I always wonder if other people think the way that I do. I often feel like I'm the only one. I want to know why certain things happen and why they happen the way they did. Like, why was I born 2 hours after midnight, not 2 before? Why would I want to play sports as a child instead of something else? If the smallest thing in my life changed, would I still find myself here writing in this notebook? I'm writing this passage because I read that it's good to write down your thoughts, and that always keeping them in is hard on a person's mentality. All of my thoughts have been leading back to one thing: college. It's haunted me all summer. No matter where I go, it always finds its way into my thoughts. I wish I could be excited like everybody else, but unfortunately all I can think about is everything that I'm leaving behind. My childhood, family, my friends, and everything that has made me the person that I am today. I know that I'm probably blowing out of proportion, but I also know that I'm probably not. It's different this time. I'm leaving my home. My friends won't be there. And I'm not gonna return to my house every day after school. Nothing's going to be the same. I know that I need to move on, but I just can't find the strength. How'd I had the perfect summer before college.
Step 5, guys. Spend time with your lost flame and tell her how you've always cared for her. Ask her out. You may never see her again, so just go for it. What's the worst that could happen? Step 5, girls. Take a chance and say yes. Then, you can skip along the streets together holding hands and singing songs. But you better send me a letter thanking me for the great idea. Seriously though? Let me know if it all works out for you. I'm gonna miss you, Valley High. Until next time. Okay, I know it's a little dramatic to say goodbye to all my favorite places before college. I'm going to see them again, but it's the last time that I'm seeing them this way. Before college. I'm afraid that when I come back, these places will be different or feel different. The last stop on my list of unnecessary depressing goodbyes? Cherison Park. I'd be lying if I said I come here all the time. It's not exactly one of those places where I consistently hang out with people or anything. When you have eyes that look like they were surgically removed from a serial killer, it's best not frequent places that have a heavy presence of children. But Cherison Park is one of those places that holds one great memory for me. Almost 5 years ago, I met a girl here. Corny, I know, but this girl's the type of girl that you can forget. Not that I forget people on a regular basis or anything. She's the type of girl that you can't forget because she meant so much to you. Yeah, that type. Which results in you getting frustrated because you try so hard to forget her, but can't. That girl, that very special girl, her name was...
Samson. I know you're in there. You let me in? Okay. You know I can see you, right? Like these aren't tinted and the window's down. You gonna let me in? Okay.
Hi, Alexa.
Hello, Samson. How are you doing?
Pretty good. You?
Can't complain. You want to tell me why you were hiding from me?
I wasn't hiding from you.
Look at you. It's like you're stalking an ex-girlfriend or something.
Oh, no.
You weren't stalking me, were you?
No, I was not stalking you. I didn't expect you to be here.
I can see that. But you know, when somebody reclines in their car after seeing somebody that they knew, it sort of seems like you're hiding from them.
I wasn't hiding from you.
Samson.
Okay, I was.
What was that? One more time?
I was hiding from you.
Hang on. Okay. One more time.
I was hiding from you.
Is that so hard?
It's when you make me say it 3 times.
Ugh, you'll get over it. Ugh. I can't believe you were hiding from me. I mean, it's me, Samson.
I know. It's just been a while.
We see each other every day at school.
No, since we talked.
Oh, come on. We've talked.
No, we haven't.
You mean to tell me that over the last 4 years, we haven't talked once?
Not really. I mean, when we talked, it was always with other people, or it was about school. It was never just us.
I guess that's true. So what were you doing today?
Kind of just been driving around.
Why'd you stop here?
I was in the neighborhood.
You're in the neighborhood of a lot of places.
It's been a while since I've been here. I just thought I'd see it again.
And you didn't think you'd see me here?
I just thought that you would have left for college by now.
Oh, well, soon enough. Are you wearing your boxers?
Sorta. I never planned on getting out of the car.
Oh, don't cover up on my account, because, I mean, I was just about to join you.
Oh my God.
So where were you driving?
I'm just everywhere around here.
Thinking?
Yeah.
About? Nothing. You're so predictable.
Why are you here?
I don't know, it's a pretty day. I thought I'd enjoy it.
But why here?
I come here sometimes to think too, Samson. You know, it has its memories.
What were you thinking about? What?
You know what? I asked you first.
Oh, come on, Alex. We're not in 8th grade anymore.
Why not relive the past?
That's such a dumb rule.
You know that a conversation goes back and forth, right? It's a two-way street. Are you gonna answer my question? I can't believe you. you.
What?
You haven't changed at all.
Makes you say that?
Because, like, everything that you just did, you'd have done the same exact thing 4 years ago. You know, like, you saw me and you rolled back in your seat and hid from me, and you're avoiding all the questions that I ask. It's like we're in 8th grade again. And then that's not necessarily a bad thing, you know, not changing. You should be proud of it, I think.
Why?
Because so many other people do change. Yeah, I should probably go.
How come?
Oh, I have to pack a little bit before I meet Sarah and Olivia tonight. Yeah, so.
You know, I could give you a ride if you want.
No, that's okay. I'm good. I like to walk. Probably want these back.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. I just wanted to say that it was really nice talking to you again.
It's nice talking to you, too.
I wish we could have talked longer. Okay. Until next time.
Till next time. Shit.
In Fitzgerald's A Side of Paradise, one character calls himself a cynical idealist. Sounds about right. Honestly, that's probably why I want to be a writer. I wouldn't say I like to write unrealistic, idealized stories or anything, but rather how I think certain things should go. But then again, I guess that would still be idealizing. If I could relive running into her again, I wouldn't have changed anything except for one thing. I would have asked her out. It's hard as hell asking a girl out. It's not the no that's scary, it's what could happen afterwards. Just imagine her telling her friends about how creepy you are. That's a label that'll stick to you forever. Instead, I'm labeled as quiet, which is really just a nice way for a girl to say you're creepy. When you're like me, asking a girl out is a risk that could easily turn to Armageddon. Not that I'm religious or anything. This just in. Way too eligible guy just after X he hasn't seen it in 4 years. Not exactly the best headline, but no one ever reads past the headline anyways. No one wants the whole story, only the bullet points. What's lost is real character, the feelings, the personality. The person just becomes a list of facts. I feel like if people were more willing to understand each other, people would be less afraid to open up and share their feelings.
Hey Alexa, this is Samson. I know that's probably weird that I'm calling you on your home phone, but it's actually the only number that I have of yours. But yeah, I was just calling because I was wondering if, maybe you would want to hang out tonight. I know that you said that you were busy, but I know that I figured I'd give you a call anyway. I really hope that you can hang out tonight, but if you can't, I completely understand. I would just regret not calling you, because when I saw you and we talked, I remembered. So yeah, if you want to hang out tonight, just give me a call back. Yeah, so I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Shit. Shit. Hello?
Samson,
Yeah?
pick me up at 7.
Hey.
Hi.
I decided to wear pants this time.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Samson, where's your car?
Where is my car?
Ah, very funny. Is it parked over here on the street?
I didn't drive here.
Wait, you walked?
Yeah.
Wait, you live like 3 miles away.
I used to walk to your house all the time now.
Yeah, because you had to.
We don't need a car tonight. It's fine.
So we're walking.
Yep.
Can I ask where?
I can't tell you that.
Why not?
Because I don't want to ruin the surprise.
Okay, fine, but can you tell me, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much we're walking?
A lot.
Damn it, Samson. Damn it.
What? I thought you said you liked to walk. You said it.
Whatever.
Why are you taking your shoes off?
Well, because I can't walk a few miles in these things. I don't want to kill my feet.
Why'd you wear them then?
Because I love them. And besides, you didn't tell me we were going to be walking for a few miles. So I'm going to go inside, get some sandals.
All right.
Are you coming? You're holding
Yeah.
my shoes.
Yeah, sorry. I'm coming.
Okay. I think I left my sandals in my room. You can come with me if you want. I might need help looking for them.
Okay.
It's been a while since you've been here.
Yeah. It's not much different from last time.
I don't know, it's a little different. Now, where are they? Let's see.
Where should I put these?
Well, I'll take them.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Actually, yeah, can you go downstairs and see if I left them on the back porch?
Yeah, I can do that. Wait, are your parents home?
No, actually, they're at a wedding. My grandmother's brother's daughter's wedding.
Wow.
Yeah. It's quite a mouthful.
How come you're here then?
It's one of those small ceremonies when they only invited the adults, so...
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Did you want to go?
Oh, well, I don't really know her, but... Yeah, I wanted to go. I would have loved to go.
Ever been to a wedding before?
Yeah, once. I was like 6.
Were you the flower girl?
No, I wish. Heck, I'd probably still be a flower girl if I could.
Hate to break it to you, but I think you're too old, Alexa.
I'd still do it. I don't know, I just have a soft spot for weddings. Sometimes I just sit and think about what my wedding's gonna be like. Are you judging me?
No, I'm not judging you. I think it's adorable. So.
Well, they're not here, so I guess I'll just go downstairs with you.
Here. Sorry. Are you sure you don't want to just get shoes?
I wear these all the time. It'll be fine.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Let's go.
You know, we could just stay here tonight. My parents won't be home for a few days, and we could just hang out and watch a movie, you know, like old times.
I think you'll really like what I have planned tonight. Come on. So.
This isn't awkward.
No, not at all. Awkward? What?
Well, now that we've gotten that out of the way, what should we talk about?
I have no idea.
How about, what's the first thing you thought about when you woke up?
What?
What's the first thing you thought about when you woke up?
Where did that come from?
My head. I'm breaking the ice.
Can we talk about something else?
Why?
Because the first thing that I thought of had to deal with my dream, and it was really stupid.
Oh my God. You had a dirty dream.
No, I did not.
That's what you thought
No,
when
I
you
did not.
woke up.
I did not. That's where your mind goes, huh? Dirty dream.
Well, if you didn't, then you would just tell me.
Fine. The first thing that I thought of was green gems.
Green gems. Like emeralds?
Yeah.
You're right, that's pretty stupid. I'm kidding, I'm sorry, I'm kidding. Why were you thinking about green gems?
I was looking for green gems in my dream.
What are you, a pirate? Why were you looking for them?
I don't know. I guess the other pirates told me to.
Oh,
But have you ever had a dream where you're doing something in it and you don't remember why, but you keep doing whatever it is anyway?
yeah. Yeah, like it's usually something pretty dumb, but it seems really important at the time, so you keep doing it.
Yeah.
I had a dream like that. I was training to be a ballerina.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I love dancing, I really do, but I actually have like the worst balance, so I really only dance in my room with the door locked.
Oh, come on. You've danced in public before.
Yeah, but the real moves come out in my bedroom. No. No.
Oh, yeah.
That's not what I meant.
So that's why the doors are locked.
No. Moving on. Anyways, how did your dream end?
I found one, but it's kind of a letdown, actually.
How so?
Well, I thought it was going to be this big, massive gem, like the size of a baseball or something, but it ended up being the size of a pebble.
Well, that's unfortunate.
So what's the first thing you thought about when you woke up?
Tunnel of Love.
That carnival ride?
No, not the carnival ride. It's this tunnel made out of plants and trees in the Ukraine. It's really cool.
Wait, so it's not like a tunnel made out of stone or anything like that?
So there's these train tracks in the Ukraine, right? And the trains would go back and forth. and the trees and plants that were around it eventually just grew around the train, formed this really awesome tunnel.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
Why is it called the Tunnel of Love?
Because a lot of couples who are in love walk through it. They say that if a couple is truly in love and they hold hands and walk through the entirety of the tunnel, that all of their wishes will come true.
That's really cool.
No, it's romantic, Samson. Romantic.
Why are you thinking about it?
What, I can't think of romantic places?
No, why were you thinking specifically of the Tunnel of Love when you woke up? Miss Romance over here.
Okay, well, I'd been reading a book about it before I went to bed, and when I woke up, the book was still right there beside me.
What book?
Well, okay, I got really into traveling, right? And so I started looking up all the places that I wanted to go before I die. And then I started writing down cities, and then I started writing down beautiful places, and this book is full of pictures of beautiful places to visit.
So you're like a nature lover now?
No, no, like I'm a traveler. Or maybe a dreamer.
What's wrong?
There's something you said earlier that I can't get out of my head.
What?
What you said about us not talking for 4 years.
What about it?
I thought about it, and I realized that you're right, and that just makes me really sad. But I also think that we can just pick up where we left off, you know?
Like old friends or something?
Yeah, exactly, because, I mean, we shared something.
What did we share?
We developed an emotional connection. Don't laugh.
No, I'm not.
Don't laugh, because what I mean is that no matter what, we're always gonna have that connection. I mean, we're not just strangers that met and talked for an hour or two, you know? We dated for 6 months, and I like to think that means something.
But we were in middle school, Alexa, the awkward age of half-hearted relationships and overzealous hormones. For most people, those relationships hardly mean anything now.
Is overzealous your word of the day?
Tomorrow, I just thought I'd get ahead. Okay, but think about some of the relationships our friends were in. Chris and Olivia couldn't care less about each other now.
Right.
Tom and Riley have been friends since and haven't even thought about dating again. And then Jesse and Sarah, they can't even stand to look at each other anymore, so clearly none of them have emotional connections.
Yeah, but Chris and Olivia, they only dated for like a month, right? And Tom and Riley, 1 week. Sarah and Jesse, yeah, they dated for 4 months, but then Sarah caught Jesse cheating on her with Brenda and found out later that he cheated on her with multiple other people. So I think it's justified why Sarah hasn't felt anything for him since.
God, 8th grade.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So your theory is that 6 months helps to form an emotional connection?
No, I just don't think that a month or a week in 8th grade is gonna do anything, you know? And Sarah and Jesse don't have one because he cheated on her.
But there's more to developing emotional connection than not cheating on each other, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Then why do you say we have one?
Well, we were friends before, and we never really fought. And
Oh, wait. What about that one time you got mad at me when I hung out with Valerie alone?
Okay, I wasn't mad, I was just disappointed.
Those words might as well mean the exact same thing.
No, they don't.
Wasn't
They don't
even a
mean the
big
same thing.
deal.
It was a big deal. I had to hear about it from Olivia afterwards. Do you know how embarrassing that was?
I didn't think I needed to tell you. Valerie and I have been friends since elementary school.
It was suspicious.
I thought I was gonna tune you with my childhood friend.
Stranger things have happened than that.
But I weighed to Olivia. Why would I have acknowledged her if I was cheating on you?
She didn't tell me that part. But regardless, that wasn't a fight. So 2, we never fought. 3, we were always really nice to each other. 4, we really cared about each other. And 5, you never pressured me into doing anything I didn't want to do, which was a big deal at the time because all my friends kept telling me about the crazy things that their boyfriends wanted them to do, and I was just not about that. Basically, our relationship wasn't founded on experimenting or establishing a reputation.
But 4 years have passed. You don't think that changes anything?
I mean, we're not that different, Sam.
4 years is a long time.
I mean, yeah, maybe things have changed, but there are some exes people will always have feelings for.
I'll always have feelings for you.
What?
It's one of the things that you said to me when we broke up.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Did you believe me when I said that?
For a while I did, but I decided I needed to be honest with myself. Something that a girl says to a guy to make a breakup seem less bad. You know, like, but we can still be friends.
Some girls mean it.
Few.
You didn't think I could be one of those few?
It's easier to side with the possibility with a higher probability. God, that sounds really stupid.
No, it's fine, I get it. It's just that I think there are still some memories that can bring things back, you know? Like a song or an object or, I don't even, maybe like
A location.
Oh my God. Is this what we were walking to?
Come on.
I haven't been here in forever. I can't believe someone finally put lights up.
Yeah, me either.
You did this?
You like it?
Yeah. Thank you. I missed your hugs.
You too.
I'm sorry.
You don't need to
Sorry,
apologize.
It's just this means a lot to me. I can't believe you remembered. Can I have another one?
A hug?
Yeah.
Alexa, you don't need to ask.
Okay, good. Can you do me a favor? Can you be honest with me tonight? If you can be honest with me, I promise I'll be honest with you.
About what?
There's so much I want to ask you. But I need you to answer me fully and truthfully. And that means no holding back. Can you promise not to hold back?
I don't think we should do that.
Why not?
Because you'll start out with the small questions, but then you'll put me on the spot with the big questions. And by the end of the night, you'll hate me.
I wouldn't do that to you. I just want to know how you feel about certain things, you know? I could never hate you.
You never know.
I'm not going to manipulate you into divulging your deep, dark secrets. I just want the full Samson package.
You should really watch what you say.
I just want to talk to the real you. I mean, you have no idea how much it would kill me when you would stare off into the distance and you wouldn't tell me what you were thinking about. Can you please promise me this?
Fine.
Thank you.
Come on, Alexa, you don't trust me?
With this? Hell no.
Fine.
Do you remember how we used to seal it?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Something got in my eye.
Didn't we just make an honesty pact?
You think I'm lying?
I know you're lying. You pulled away because you don't want to kiss me. It's fine. You're not going to hurt my feelings, but I need you to admit it. Okay, you might hurt my feelings, but I still want you to admit it. Sam.
Fine. You're right.
Why? It's just a kiss.
It's just... I'm gonna kiss you again, and it's not gonna be because we used to whenever we made promises. has to mean something. I'm sorry, Alexa.
It's fine. So how's your summer been?
Good.
What'd you do?
Just writing.
You're still writing?
Yeah. I'm working on this novel. I'm trying really hard to actually finish this one.
What's it about?
Um, it's about this guy who leaves his hometown and moves to the small town in Nebraska. And he realizes that the people there, they look exactly like the people from his hometown, but they act differently.
That's interesting. Is it sci-fi?
Sort of, yeah.
You should let me read it when you're done. You know, I always loved reading your stuff.
I will. So what'd you do this summer?
I went to beach week, and that's about it.
Weren't you in Danny's group?
Yeah.
I heard about that.
What'd you hear?
That the cops showed up and you guys got kicked out.
Yeah. Some assholes kept throwing beer bottles at the house next door. 2 days and it was over. That's why I haven't done much this summer, because my parents grounded me. They said, apparently you need to learn more responsibility before you're out on your own. I don't know. Let's talk about something else. Something interesting.
Like what?
Like, how's your love life?
My love life?
Yeah, you know, the girls you've seen, been with. Who knows, maybe you even have someone you like to hook up with.
I don't.
Well, at least now we're getting somewhere. So tell me, who have you seen in the last 4 years?
You don't want to hear about that.
Sure I do. Do you have someone you like right now? Let me inside your head, Samson Mitchell.
Can't tell you about all of them.
Oh, Samson the ladies' man.
No,
I see how it
no,
is.
it's not like that. It's just there were a lot of no-goes and could-have-beens.
What does that mean?
You know, like girls I never approached or girls I had a chance with but never pursued further.
Well, I mean, I still want to hear about them.
I'll just talk about senior year.
Come on.
But nothing really happened until this year.
Okay. All right, okay. So tell me about the girl. Or girls. Multiple girls.
Julia.
Who's Julia? Julia Talley?
No, not Julia Talley. No. My parents and I, we went shopping on Christmas Eve, and we stopped at that burger place out by the mall. She was our waitress.
What happened?
So it's this villager burger type of place. You have to be really specific about your order, and there's like 5 different parts to it. So I'm sitting there while she's getting the drinks, and I'm concentrating what I'm gonna say and in what order so that I don't mess up. But yeah, so she comes back, and I'm the first one to order. And I guess I got too enthusiastic or something, but I moved my arm out like this.
Oh, no.
And I hooked the drink, and it got all over her. It got air and everything.
Oh my God, that is so embarrassing.
I know.
What'd she do?
She just smiled.
Really?
Yeah. It was an endearing one, not one out of pity.
And you did something, right?
I wanted to ask her out, but My parents were there. And I was hoping that she'd come back from the kitchen and I'd get to say something, but she didn't.
And?
I got home, disgusted with myself, I kept telling myself that I'd miss an opportunity, but there'll always be others. It's something that I always tell myself, but this time was different. A thought occurred to me. I know this may sound weird, but I thought about how it'd be the last time that I'd ever get to ask out a girl on Christmas Eve while I was still in high school. And then I realized that I'd spent all of high school waiting for the next moment, never making the most one when it was there.
What happened?
I drove back a few hours later, and I planned on walking in there and asking her out, but I stopped myself. I kept coming up with all of these reasons not to talk to her. That I'd go in there just to ask her out, and everyone would know. And that she probably wouldn't remember me anyways, and wouldn't be interested.
What'd you do?
After 15 minutes, I drove back to my house and tried to forget about it.
Sam. That is so sad.
No.
You should have asked her out.
You didn't let me finish, though. So, in June, Wes, Nate, and we went there, and Julie was there, too. I told them about her, and they convinced me to ask her out.
And she said yes?
Yeah.
That's great. I mean, did you take her out? Where did you go? Did you kiss her? Give me the details. That's what I want.
We went to the movies. I walked her home, and I kissed her.
That is so cute. So I assume the date went well?
Yeah, I'd say that.
What does she look like?
Got pretty hazel eyes and long brown hair that she's always playing with. Yeah.
She sounds pretty. It's nice to hear you talk about her. What's she like?
She wants to become a veterinarian. She was on her school's dance team, but then she quit.
No, those are just facts. I mean, what is she really like?
She's really nice, ambitious, talkative, enthusiastic. And she's got this incredible optimism that I love. The kind that makes you want to be around her all the time because you know she'll make you a better person.
How many dates did you guys go on?
Just one.
Why? I mean, it's obvious you like her.
I just didn't want to get anything too serious with college and everything.
That's bullshit, Samson. If you feel so strongly about a person, you shouldn't let something like college get in the way of that.
Is that how you feel about Jack?
It doesn't matter how I feel about Jack. You like this girl. You should have given it a shot. I mean, if it had gone wrong, this would have proved you right. It's a win-win for you.
I don't believe in long-distance college relationships. I feel like whenever you get to hang out on breaks, it becomes less about having fun and more about trying to keep the relationship together.
You can't just assume that's the way things are gonna turn out. You know, like if you work hard, then it's got a shot, but if you don't, then obviously it's gonna fail. Do you think you guys had an emotional connection?
Not this again.
Because if you did, then it's really worth a shot, you know? Someone once told me that The young people don't appreciate the emotional connections that they have. They think they're gonna meet people later in life that they're emotionally attracted to, and they don't.
You just said that emotional connections are developed over time, so why do you say Julie and I could have shared one?
No, no, no. What I said was that 8th grade is different. When you're older, it doesn't matter how long you're with somebody. It can just happen, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Don't you think your logic is slightly flawed with all the exceptions about if you date for an extended period of time, it doesn't guarantee an emotional connection?
There's always going to be exceptions, okay? I do believe that an extended period of time, let's say 8 months in 8th grade, does help to form an emotional connection, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee anything.
Yeah, but like, Julie and I we're not you and Jack. I heard about it, Alexa.
What'd you hear?
That he broke it off with you 2 weeks after beach week so to have fun before college. And I'm really sorry that happened. But Alex, Julie and I didn't date for as long as you guys. We didn't even date. We didn't have the chance that you guys had to form one. In high school was such a huge part of growing up, and having someone special like that as you go through it, seeing each other through thick and thin, creates something really special. Julie and I didn't have that. You and Jack have something different.
Had. When we broke up, I couldn't stop crying. And I didn't leave the house. And I felt so helpless. I just don't understand. I thought he felt the same way about me. And every time I close my eyes, I can see him kissing someone new. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Would you have still asked me out tonight if I was still with him?
Honestly?
That's what we agreed to.
No. That doesn't mean I wouldn't have wanted to. I typically don't ask out girls with boyfriends. It's not really my style.
You're one of the good ones, Samson Mitchell. I'm sorry I just unloaded on you.
It's okay. I know you needed to. You know, a wise girl once told me, it's bad to keep things bottled up.
She sounds like an intelligent girl. Pretty, too.
She happens to be both of those things, actually.
I want to make you another promise.
What?
I'm not going to talk about Jack for the rest of our time together.
Oh, come on, Alex.
Because we're going to have fun tonight, damn it.
No, Julia.
Sam.
No, Julia.
Fine.
What happens if you break it?
What do you suggest?
How about I take away your free hug pass?
That's just evil.
Do you have a deal or not?
Fine. So, are we going anywhere else?
You didn't give me enough credit.
When it comes to getting hurt, heartache doesn't get enough credit. It lasts way longer than physical pain. I'm not saying I'd rather have someone chop my arm off for the rest of the acts and be sad about a girl or anything. But if I had the choice of being in the ring with a boxer for 2 rounds and face the weeks of lying in my bed looking at the ceiling, I'd choose the boxer. What sucks is it lasts pretty much all day, every day, seemingly forever. When that happens, you just want to lie down and relax, do nothing. But then you start thinking about what went wrong, what you did wrong, what you shouldn't do next time. In between cycles of trying to discover the meaning of life and what it all means. Even though I spent much of high school doing this, I still haven't discovered the meaning of life. Or what it all means. Fingers crossed, though.
I have a question.
Again?
May I?
I'm a little afraid of what you might ask, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Why haven't you been in a relationship since high school?
Didn't I just answer this?
I mean, as vaguely as possible, yeah.
I told you it's because of the no-goes and could-have-beens.
I mean, you did say that, but why?
Why do you care so much?
I don't know, I just do.
And that's not vague?
Okay, look. I will answer your question this one time, only if you promise to answer mine next.
I promise I will.
Okay, good, because I know all your tricks, so you'd better.
I will.
Okay. I want to know why, because I want to know why you haven't dated anyone since me.
What are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything, I just want to know.
But why do you want to know so bad?
Samson Mitchell tactic number 3. Go ahead and answer the question with an original question so you don't have to answer the original question asked.
Okay, fine. Will you answer after I answer?
I guess you'll just have to wait and see.
Fine. I'll answer, but it might take a long time, though.
Samson, I'm here all night. I'm not going anywhere. If I have to be here all night, which I don't want to do, I will still be here talking to you. So, Samson Mitchell, I will ask you again, why haven't you dated anyone in high school?
I feel like there's a bunch of reasons, but I guess the basic answer is that girls just weren't interested in me. I know that sounds like I want some sort of pity or something.
No.
I don't. It's just the girls that I liked, they didn't like me back. Simple as that.
But I specifically remember girls liking you in high school. Like Emma, for example, she liked you at the beginning of freshman year.
Still feel really bad about how I handled everything with Emma.
Yeah, you should have just been honest instead of ignoring her. What the hell's that gonna solve?
It worked, didn't it?
Yeah, but that's a really awful way of letting someone know you don't like them.
I know that now.
Sam, you know I love you, but sometimes you can be a really shitty person.
I know that all too well.
Okay, but what about the girls that you liked that didn't like you back? What about those girls? Like the volleyball one. The volleyball one, what was her
Oh,
name?
jeez. Katie.
Katie, that was it. What happened with Katie?
Nothing happened. I only ever talked to her online. We never ended up meeting in person.
Wait, but you were supposed to meet at that volleyball game. What happened with that?
Well, as you know, at the game, you kept pressuring me into going and talking to her.
I was not pressuring you.
Alex, you kept saying, Sam, you should go talk to her.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that I pressured you.
Please, total pressure. Alexa, the pressure.
No, I didn't do that.
But regardless, as you know, I left the gym so I could go talk to her. And I could see her at the other end of the foyer talking to her friends. But I just couldn't find myself to go talk to her. So after I saw her go to the bathroom, I walked outside and went home.
This just in. Samson Mitchell is afraid to talk to, yet again, another girl.
No comment.
I'm sorry.
It's fine, you're right.
Can I ask you a question and you promise not to get mad?
Go for it.
Why are you so afraid to talk to girls?
I wouldn't say that I'm afraid.
If you weren't, then you'd have an easier time of doing it.
I'm not afraid of girls per se, but more so their judgment. Like, I don't want to say something really stupid and have them develop this terrible opinion of me and then have to spend all this time trying to convince them that I'm not the person that they think I am.
So basically you're saying you're afraid of rejection.
What?
Yeah, you said you're afraid of their judgment and their bad opinion of you.
You like it when people have bad opinions of you?
No, obviously not. But I'm not gonna tiptoe around them to make sure that they don't, you know? If they don't like me, that's fine. Not everyone's gonna like you.
I know that not everyone is going to like me.
Then why do you keep trying?
I'm not.
Okay, think of it this way. Think of all the girls that you haven't approached to talk to because you're afraid that they're gonna have a bad opinion of you. If that's not fear of rejection, I don't know what is.
Although that is a good theory.
What about me?
What about you what?
Did you not care what I thought of you?
Wait, do you think that I wasn't afraid of your opinion of me?
No, I didn't say that.
But you were thinking it.
I thought we had the microscope turned on you at the minute.
I feel like turn the tables for a minute.
Turn them back.
Why?
Because it drives me crazy when you don't answer my questions, so just answer.
You know, it's really okay if you don't answer, because I know why you're asking.
Oh, you do you?
Yeah. So you don't have to say it. Because you're asking. Because you want to know if, when I first met you, whether or not I was actually interested in you or not. You think that I wasn't.
Is it really so bad that I was worried about that?
No, I just think it's funny.
Why?
Because it's far from the truth. Look, before I first talked to you, yeah, I was a little worried, but after talking to you for a few minutes, then I wasn't. You're really easy to talk to, and you're not the type of person who just labels somebody right off the bat. With some girls, you can say or even do something, and you always be defined by that, but you, I feel like you're always ready for someone to change your mind.
Do you remember the night we met? I mean, really met?
Yeah.
I think about that night sometimes. Samson Mitchell, of all people, came out of nowhere and asked me if I was okay and comforted me. I feel like 9 times out of 10, you would have stopped. Why did you stop?
Well, I saw a girl sitting on a playground, clearly too old to be there. And it was really dark, so I didn't realize it was you until I got a lot closer. And you look really sad, so I want to make sure that you're okay.
Yeah, but what gave you the courage?
Well, I really want to make sure that you're okay, but I guess I'd be lying if I didn't say that the 6 sodas that I drank that day didn't help me, like, a little bit.
Oh my God, you only stopped because you were on a caffeine high?
No. I really did want to stop. I guess they just kind of like, it helped give me that push.
I cannot believe you never told me that.
Surprising you never asked. I guess it's a good thing you didn't. Might have hurt the foundation of our relationship.
I guess I just wanted to believe it was special. That you wouldn't have done that for anyone else, that you did it for me. And I guess that's why I never asked, because I was afraid that I wasn't special.
But you are, Alexa. Look, I like to think that I was at that spot at that time for a reason. There's so many things that could happen that day that would result in me not running into you. Like, I could have not hung out with Burke and Mark that day, or my parents could give me an earlier or even later curfew. I'm pretty sure that, I was supposed to meet you then at that time, because I felt like, a lot of good came out of it.
Good.
Yeah, good.
What do you mean?
I mean that being with you was one of the best times of my life.
Wait, hold on. You can't just say that and then drop it.
What?
You know what? Samson,
Come on.
I don't want to.
Why not?
Because. Are you gonna talk to me about it?
Yes.
Do you promise?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Wait. I want you to look at me. Go ahead.
With what?
You said that 8th grade was one of the best years of your life. How? Why? What? Say something, Samson.
This is either gonna sound cheesy or really depressing, but when I think about the best time of my life, when things are at their best and, I was, like, most happy, I was thinking about 8th grade.
8th grade?
Yeah.
Why?
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but I can think of a lot of things that were a lot of fun. Like, I don't know, you said 8th grade was one of the best years of your life. Most people couldn't care less. I mean, not me, of course. I loved 8th grade. I think lots of things are lots of fun.
What do you want me to say?
Anything. Anything worthy of anything.
Well, I mean, think about it. You were there for a great chunk of it.
Yeah, but I want you to talk about it. Yourself. Open up.
I don't
Listen,
know
I
what to
gave up
say.
a long time ago trying to communicate with you telepathically. I tried. I got nothing. Nothing. My powers are weak. They won't work.
Powers are weak.
Why won't you let me in? Do you think I'm gonna leave because of something you say? If I was normal, I would have left a while ago, Samson. But I'm crazy. And you know it. You know something? Those moments when we were together in 8th grade, those very few rare moments when you would open up to me, even if it was just like the smallest little thing, I was so happy. You know why? Because I got to talk to the real you. I got to talk to the kind, smart, thoughtful, maybe even a little too thoughtful person that I knew was there underneath the hard exterior. And when my friends called you a...
Rock.
Yeah, they called you a rock. I just told them that they didn't know you well enough. They needed to get to know you, and they did.
Somewhat.
You made progress. They no longer thought you were just a rock.
Then what did they think I was?
You became a metamorphic rock.
A metamorphic rock?
Yeah, like a rock that can change and shift under increased temperatures and pressure.
Dropping some knowledge on me.
Yeah, anyway, you should answer my question because you even said it yourself. I am the least judgmental person that you know.
Can't believe you. Using my words against me.
Yeah, exactly. So answer the question. Either I'll walk away or I won't. But the real question is whether or not you can risk knowing if I'm bluffing or not. Because if I walk away, I'm not coming back. But I told you I wouldn't. And I am way too stubborn to let you prove me wrong. So, Samson Mitchell, I will ask you for the last time. Why was 8th grade the best year of your life?
Well, I mean, we were together.
Flattery will only get you so far in this world.
No, like, I'm actually serious. I was so happy with you. And I got to hang out with Mark every day. Got to hang out with you on weekends. I listened to music religiously so much. And I don't have to worry about a GPA. And I had no real concerns about getting into a great college. Back then, everything was so less serious.
Yeah, but it was 8th grade, you know? Nothing big happens in 8th grade. When there's no sports, parties, or dances.
But we did have all that stuff, though.
Yeah, but it didn't really matter or anything back then.
Why not?
Okay, you know, there was no football, and all the dances were at the community center, and there was no homecoming or prom, and I don't know, like, I liked 8th grade, I did, but it just didn't seem important in the grand scheme of things.
But what makes high school more important than middle school? Besides getting into college, I mean, socially.
Well, I guess it's just that you always hear about it, you know? Your mom tells you about prom, your dad tells you about the games, and movies show raging parties. No one really talks about 8th grade.
So, the importance or lack of importance is based on what other people make important?
No, I mean, think of it this way. In high school, we're discovering who we are and who we're going to be, whereas in middle school, we're just dumb kids.
But aren't we still dumb kids in high school, though?
I mean, yeah, I guess that's what our parents would say, right? I don't know. I guess in high school, I had a clearer sense of who I was going to be or who I wanted to be. Whereas in middle school, I was still figuring things out. I guess I just didn't have a really clear sense of anything back then. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like, you're trying to see where you're supposed to be.
Yes, exactly.
But I still feel like you can think where you're supposed to be or where you're gonna be, and it doesn't always stay that way once you enter high school.
Yeah, no, it's not 100% or anything. Like the people I was friends with then, you know, I wasn't friends with all of them still in high school, but I was still in the same sort of group.
Yeah, I gotcha.
You know, I don't regret anything, though. I think everything happened the way it was supposed to in high school. Yeah, sure, a while back, probably would have made a few changes, but now I think that everything that happened was probably for the best. Because, you know, high school was great.
Yeah.
People think that they talk to someone for 2 hours, they know them. I admit, I thought that from time to time too. We always think about how we have so many layers to ourselves, and we do, but we sometimes fail to remember that other people are the same way. There's more to them than their baseball card collections, their pets, or their 5 a.m. swimming classes. We couldn't possibly know everything there is to someone with 120 minutes. And let's be honest, we may not even learn the important parts, which really makes them who they are. We cross-reference. If they do this or that, they must be like this. I don't think it's possible for anyone to ever really know the real you. Only yourself. Different people see different versions of you. You don't tell everybody your darkest secrets, your deepest desires, your horrible thoughts. For some reason, we believe that we can get to know each other from the statuses, the likes, and the favorites. We want to be close to people, we want to know them, but we won't take the risk. Maybe because we don't want to, or maybe because we're afraid the other person won't do the same. But to be honest, they probably won't.
You're in your head again, Sam.
Sorry.
Are we going where I think we're going?
Maybe.
Your hands are still so cold.
Yeah, sadly never grew out of that.
I didn't say let go. You have to give me a chance to warm up. There we go. So cold.
Oh my
Your
God.
fingertips are freezing.
Jeez.
You're too easy, Sam. You're too easy. What would you have done if these seats were already taken?
I don't know. Kick him out?
No, there's no way you would have done that. It's like absolutely no way.
Yeah, I probably would have just sat back there.
That wouldn't be the same though. Do you ever think that maybe these seats were empty for a reason? Is that too heavy?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, you know, that we were supposed to be here in this moment in time. What, is that stupid?
No, not at all. I agree. I guess I just never thought that someone might be in this spot. And that's somewhat related to the idea of us being here.
For a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like maybe if we didn't get to sit in this spot, it would ruin the entire night.
How would it do that?
It's like how if you want something to go a certain way, and if one thing doesn't work out, it just knocks everything out of whack.
I mean, does that mean you already know how this night's gonna go?
No, it's like, I'm imagining the way the night's gonna go. And if one small thing, like, it's like a scale, like everything is perfectly in balance, and if you take one small thing off, then it's no longer even, you know?
Yeah, but that still implies you know how this night's gonna go.
I feel like it's more about how I want this night to go and not how it goes, like step by step.
So if it changes, that's not necessarily a bad thing?
No. How would it go?
I don't know. It just seems like you're afraid to admit that you want this night to go well, which you shouldn't be, by the way, because I'll be the first to admit that I want this night to go great. It's just, it seems like you sort of think of this night as a puzzle, you know? And each piece has to fit perfectly with the pieces surrounding it because that's what's gonna make the night great.
I never said that.
No, but you were thinking it. I know you were. You were. Sam, you should think of this night as an ever-changing puzzle, you know? And if it goes off course a little, you know, according to you, you should just, I don't know, see the pieces and the surrounding pieces as things that can shift and reshape and change. It could still be a night to remember, you know? And a good one. So, if it goes off course a little, you know, let it. Do you see that girl over there?
The one in the blue shirt?
Mm-hmm, that's the one.
What about her?
Go get her number.
What?
Yeah, go over there and ask that girl for her number.
You're kidding.
No, actually I'm not. Dead serious.
There's no way that I'm doing that. I don't even know her.
Yeah, did you know me when you asked me out?
Technically, yeah. I knew your name. I had an idea of you. This girl, I don't know her name, where she goes to school. She could be 20 for all I know.
So?
So 20-year-old girls don't give their numbers out to 18-year-old dudes.
You'll never know. She could.
You never know. Everyone always says you never know when a person does know.
So you're gonna go over there
No. I don't even have my phone with me.
So go old school. Use a pen.
I don't have a pen either.
But I do.
Why do you have a pen?
So guys can get girls' numbers, obviously.
I never said I was gonna do it.
Oh, but I know you're gonna do it.
Why?
Because if you don't, then I'm gonna get up and go over there and tell her that you think she's really pretty.
Can't even tell from here.
Oh, so what? I think you're too afraid to risk it.
I don't know if I believe you.
Oh, really?
Alexa. Come back. Do I really have to ask her?
Yes.
Why are you making me do this?
Because I think it'll be good for you.
How could it possibly be good?
Because... Can you please just do it for me? Please?
I'll be right back.
You did it. Was that so hard?
Can we go?
So you're okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yep.
I don't want you to be mad at me.
I'm not.
Sam, I know you're mad.
I'm not.
I also know you wouldn't tell me if you were. I read this article about this guy, okay? He lived in a big city, was afraid of talking to women. So one day he decided that he was gonna go around and talk to hundreds of different women. And he said that in the end, he was no longer afraid of talking to them or asking them out. But he got over his fear of rejection. I don't know, I guess I was just trying to do the same thing for you. And I know you're not, you say you're not afraid of talking to girls, you know? And maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but like, we're being honest with each other tonight, so I guess I'm just gonna say it. I know you say you're not afraid of talking to women. I mean, at least the ones you don't like, but Sam, you're afraid of rejection, and God, I know that's not what you want to hear, but it's the truth. What?
How does that help me?
Because you were brave and you talked to someone that you don't know, and you got her phone number, which means that you can get other girls' phone numbers.
You don't even know if it's a real number.
Okay, no, we don't know, but God, you still tried something new and you went outside of your comfort zone, and you should see that as an accomplishment because it is.
I guess.
I just wish that you'd talk to more girls in high school, okay? I get why you didn't, I really do. I just think you would be surprised at how well it would have worked out for you.
Do you ever think that it's not exactly rejection by anyone, but rather by a specific person that you like?
What do you mean?
I don't know if you ever experienced this, but when you put all this time into a girl, thinking about her, coming up with a conversation starts, thinking about how you're gonna ask her out, I think we just hate to see it end because afterwards, we're either getting a feeling of what's next or why did I waste so much time thinking about her? And if you do get the courage to ask her out, you show a side of yourself to her, a side that you don't show anybody else. If she sees that side of you and rejects you, you feel like you're nothing. So, you start believing, you start seeing yourself the way that she sees you, and it sucks.
Why would you let a girl tell you how to see yourself?
Because to you, her opinion is the only one that matters, and I know that is so messed up.
Okay, but why?
Because you've already formed the perfect relationship in your head. Your first kiss, your first date, to the point if you don't experience these things with her, they'll never be the same with anybody else. But then, eventually, you get over her, and you develop a crush on someone new, and it just happens all over again.
Okay, but if you just told her that you liked her at the beginning, then none of these fantasies would have ever happened. I would be way more upset with myself if I didn't tell somebody I liked them because I'd hate that I didn't give myself the chance.
I think I'm becoming numb.
What does that mean?
By not telling girls that I like them, it's happened so many times I don't care as much anymore, and that's either a good thing or a bad thing.
How could that possibly be a good thing?
Because you have to deal with the emotions about the shit of you never leave, the kind that make you hate yourself.
Did you not regret asking me out? Wasn't that a risk?
Yeah, it was risky, but asking out was worth it. You're not some random girl reading a book in the square. I didn't want that regret, but that girl, I didn't even know that she was there.
Please don't be mad at me. I shouldn't have asked you to do that. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea. I'm sorry. Can we please just forget about it?
It's okay. You may have let it go, of course, a little. But if anything, I guess it just prepared me for the rest of the night. So, Alexa, that goes off course a little. Let it.
Shut up. What took you so long?
I was waiting for the right time.
Any time would have been the right time.
Had to be meaningful.
It's definitely meaningful. What's a girl gotta do to get another one?
Good.
For now. Do you remember our first date?
Yeah, of course. It's my first date ever.
What do you remember?
I remember that you were in a navy blue dress, had flowers on it, and you curled your hair.
You remember that?
Yeah. What do you remember?
I remember you were wearing a Christmas green polo that was way too big for you.
God.
And it made you look like a little kid.
I wore that polo way too much. I thought wearing stuff that big was cool back then. It's my only good shirt.
What else do you remember?
I remember that I planned on kissing you during the movie, but I was way too afraid.
Sam, if I'm gonna let you put your arm around me, chances are I'm gonna let you kiss me too.
Yeah. I knew I had to kiss you that night, so that's why I took you on a walk. I just had no idea where or when to do it.
And then you knew.
Yeah, just felt like the right time. I hardly remember doing it. I just remember I did it.
First kiss.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's why it's so impossible to forget you, Samson Mitchell. You're one of my milestones.
Oh, I see. It was just another milestone for Alexa Newport.
No. You know what I mean? I mean, you're my first kiss. I don't want to forget.
Oh, I see. But you know, Flatter only gets you so far in this world.
Shut up. So I have a question. A hypothetical one.
Thank you for specifying that.
Do you know the saying, once a cheater, always a cheater?
Yeah.
Do you think that's true? That if someone cheats once, it's inevitable they'll do it again?
I don't think it can be true for everyone. Because if someone cheats and they regret it, they see how bad it was. I think it's people who cheat and have no remorse that are bound to do it again.
Why do you think people do it?
From stuff I've seen, they say that men cheat because they want to have sex with someone else, and women cheat because they no longer care about their partner. But it's kind of a stereotypical way of looking at it. It usually be the other way around.
Do you think that deep down we all want to cheat?
It's possible, but I hope not.
I mean, who do we trust, you know? Like the person deep down or the one that's on the surface? I mean, which one decides whether or not we're a good person?
The one that makes the decisions. We all have bad ideas sometimes, but I think the decision of whether or not we act on them determines whether or not we're a good person.
What if you lose control over the one that makes the right decisions?
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's depressing to think about.
Yeah.
If you could ask me anything, what would you ask?
Anything?
Yeah, anything.
I don't really know.
You don't have anything you wanted to ask me? Nothing you wanted to know over the last 4 years?
I'm not really sure.
I mean, it could be anything, you know? Like, the question may have been burning deep inside of you to ask.
Guess there are a few things.
A few things.
Yeah. I guess the main one is when I texted you after freshman year and asked you out / told you that I wanted to try again. Why'd you say no?
What do you mean?
Oh, that sounds bad, doesn't it? But you had said, I guess at the time I still believed it. Maybe that's when I learned not to. But you had said, I'll always have feelings for you. I don't know, I guess I wanted to believe that I still had a shot because you had said that. I guess I just hung on to that line too much. Because when someone says something like that to you, they still like you. You don't realize that months down the road, the feelings are gonna go away and new people are gonna come into their life. And I just didn't take that in consideration. I guess I wanted to believe it was true because there's comfort in the possibility of us being together again. I believe we had an emotional connection. I really did. I thought that if I opened up to you, I know that I had screwed up, but I just wanted to show you that I had changed and realized a lot of important things. And I thought that we'd get back together and things would be better than before and everything would just fall into place. But I was fucking stupid. Things change, people change, life changes. Things that worked before don't always work later on.
You hurt me, Sam.
What?
You hurt me.
You don't know what it's like to watch somebody lose feelings for you. And you do everything you can for them to stop it. But you can't. It's hopeless.
I didn't lose feelings for you.
I mean, I knew you still cared for me. And a relationship at the end. I thought you didn't, but I realized you did a lot after thinking about it. And I don't know, I just think that there's a difference between caring for somebody and having feelings for them. It wasn't easy getting over you. I was upset, but I mean, I saw it coming because of the way you were acting. You were treating me like one of the guys, and even when I told you to stop, you didn't. And you kept acting so distant, which was ridiculous because you're already distant in the first place.
God, I don't know. Even after realizing all of that and watching us end, it just still hurt a lot. And I didn't want to feel that way again. So even after you sent those truthful text messages, I hadn't really believed that you'd changed. And I didn't want to go down that Samson Mitchell rabbit hole again. 2 times was enough. What?
Nothing.
Say it.
I don't have anything to say.
Yes, you do. Just say it.
Fine. I'd often see our breakup as a huge regret. Then sometimes I'd think about us, and I figured we probably would have only been together for maybe 2 more months if I hadn't screwed up. So maybe it was all for the best.
Why do you think that?
Because you would have gotten tired of me and broken it off.
I liked you a lot. You think I would just break it off out of nowhere?
Did the first time.
That's not fair.
How? You know, I think it's funny how we're together for 6 months, and during that entire time, you rarely acknowledged the brief time we were together months before.
Didn't matter. We were together then.
Now, Alexa, that sucked. You acted like things were fine between us all day, and then you just decided to break it off out of nowhere.
I don't see why it matters so much.
Because now you're acting like you're never shitty to me.
We were just 2 people who were existing beside each other, okay? You know, we never hung out. We hadn't kissed. You never treated me like I was your girlfriend, and you were so distant. You're so fucking distant. And I wasn't ready to do the tiring and endless digging I was gonna need to do to get to know you. I didn't know it was worth it then. Sam, I mean, even if we had continued dating, I mean, neither of us would have ended up happy. We probably just would have stayed together for a few months, and then we would have broken up. And then we would never have gotten to have the amazing memories we got to have the second time. Because when you called me that February, I wouldn't have said yes. I wouldn't have thought there was still something there.
I can't believe that I'm gonna tell you this. But when we were together, I said to myself, that's the girl that I'm gonna go to prom with. And even after we broke up, I believed it. I believed it way longer than I should have. For some reason, I was so sure that something was gonna bring us together again.
You could have just asked me, you know, before Jack.
Would you have actually said yes, though? I was gonna ask you anyways. After you said no, after freshman year, I knew nothing was gonna happen between us for a long time. As high school went on, I slowly realized more and more that we were never gonna be anything ever again. So when junior year came around, yeah, I thought of you, but I knew that asking you was pointless and certainly not worth the embarrassment. But then Jack asked you, and you guys started dating. It's funny how things work out sometimes.
So what's your story, Sam? Why didn't you ever go to prom?
Who said I didn't go?
I know you didn't go.
Yeah, I didn't go.
And why?
I didn't like anyone at the time.
You could have just gone with a friend.
I just see prom as something you take a girl you really like to. I know that's probably stupid, but...
Why'd you really not go?
Didn't I just answer this?
No, you told me half the story. You gave me the answer that you give when anyone asks, but that's not everything.
Why else didn't I go?
Yeah.
I was afraid of looking stupid. Being the guy that everyone makes fun of because he made a fool of himself. I cannot dance. Slow dancing, I mean, I don't even know if there is slow dancing at proms anymore. Before I started high school, I thought dance was gonna be like the ones in those 80s movies.
The party's like a night under the stars.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least that's romantic, you know, if a bit cheesy. So you really don't regret not going?
I mean, I wish I had experienced certain moments that I had to deal with prom, but altogether, no.
What do you mean moments?
I feel like prom is made up of a bunch of moments. The group pictures, giving your date the corsage, meeting your parents, and then the dinner.
What moment do you wish you'd had?
Slow dance. Don't laugh. Screw it. I want to have that moment where you're dancing with your date and the slow song comes on and there's this tension about whether or not you should do it. Then you keep waiting, seeing who is gonna make the first move. And then one of you does, and it's just the two of you in this moment, and that's all that matters.
That's pretty detailed for someone who's never experienced it.
I guess that's just how I always imagined it. What was it like for you?
It was good. They didn't really play slow song music, so I guess that could have ruined it, but there was tension and everything. I don't know, I feel like I hadn't really locked in yet, you know? I hadn't really developed a crush on Jack at that point. And then later when we went senior year, you know, we'd already been together for almost a year, so it just wasn't as special. I don't know. That sounds bad, doesn't it? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad does that sound?
I don't know, a 3? Probably just romanticized it too much, though.
I just feel like that's something you should experience, you know? And what does it say that I haven't?
I don't know, but I doubt it's anything that's that big of a deal.
You know, it's crazy to think that if I hadn't gone to prom with Jack, I probably wouldn't have dated him.
You really think so?
Yeah, no. I mean, if he hadn't been, like, sort of forced to ask me out because of prom, I don't think he would have asked me out on a date afterwards. So many things wouldn't have happened. Would I still be the same person if I hadn't dated him?
Probably not.
What?
I mean that dating Jack had to have changed you in some way, big or little, in probably more ways than one.
You know, it's really depressing to think about. It's depressing to think about the people who are your true friends. And that even though they were your true friends, you probably treated them the worst.
Are you talking about Kelly and Eva? What happened with that? I thought you guys were gonna be friends forever.
I pushed them away. I don't know, I started partying and hanging out with all those people, and there were a bunch of times when I'd made plans with them, and I bailed on them to hang out with, like, Olivia, Sarah, Ted, Brenda, all them. I got in this huge fight, and I said a lot of things that I wish I could take back. That sort of ended everything. I tried to patch things up with them again this year, but they didn't want to be friends with me. which, I mean, I can't really blame them. I'm not sure that I'd want to be friends with myself either, under the circumstances. And don't get me wrong, Olivia and Sarah, they're great friends. It's just that Kelly and Eva are the friends that you have for a lifetime, you know? The ones that are honorary aunts to your children. I guess I'm just afraid that Olivia and Sarah are gonna go off to college and find new friends and completely forget about me. That we're just gonna grow apart and slowly stop talking. That's why we were gonna have a sleepover tonight, is to remind each other of our friendship and the fact that we don't want to lose one another. And
Still coming over later tonight, right?
actually, I rescheduled.
Oh, man, you didn't need to do that. I was so last minute.
No, I wanted to hang out with you, Sam.
Are they really mad at me?
No, I didn't tell them I was hanging out with you. And they have tomorrow free, so we just rescheduled for then. It wasn't really a big deal.
So they don't know it was me?
No, I told them I wasn't feeling well. It's just easier that way, you know, because they won't ask any questions.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what time it is? I think I have my phone. Oh, okay. That's actually kind of late. Is this our last stop?
There's one more. Quick one.
Okay.
You know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid one day I'm gonna blink and I'll be 60. I don't know, I just feel like the past 4 years of our life are so important. Your parents, your friends' parents, everybody kept saying that high school has some of the best years of your life and you have to make the most of them. But you can't make the most of all of them, you know, and I'm afraid I didn't.
What do you wish that you had done that you did?
I sort of wish I'd continued playing soccer. I really liked it. But they had practice every day and I wanted to hang out with my friends.
You were really good.
No, I wasn't. You were the good one.
You were very physical.
Samson and Mitchell, you gotta watch what you say.
Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. I meant that you're very good physically.
That's even worse. That's still dirty.
God damn it. No, I meant that you were a very good physical soccer player. That's what I meant.
What do you regret not doing in high school?
You know, right now, I don't think I'm gonna miss anything about high school. But at the same time, I think that I'm gonna have some regret because I didn't have the standard high school experiences that everyone should have.
And what are the standard high school experiences?
I never dated anyone. I only went to a few football games. I didn't go to a single dance. I guess those things are what I would call the standard high school experiences. What you said about how everyone tells you that high school is some of the best years of your life and how you should make the most of them. I can understand that, but at the same time, I still feel like I'm not gonna regret certain things because some of them I just didn't want to do.
Why not, though?
I don't know. Some of those things just didn't seem like they were gonna be fun for me. Like how I didn't want to go to the football games because I was afraid that I'd regret the fact I gave it up after freshman year. Guess it was easier to distance myself from those things.
Yeah, but you have to go out and experience things, you know? You gotta get out of your comfort zone.
But that's not easy for me. You're so carefree and open. I'm not like that.
I'm not carefree and open.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You're always like that.
It may seem that way, but I'm not always carefree, open, and comfortable around people. Sometimes I'm just pretending.
Is that hard? Pretending?
I mean, it used to be. I'm just sort of accustomed to it now. Sometimes I'm worried that I won't be able to tell the difference between when I'm pretending and when I'm not. I don't know, it's sort of dumb.
Would that really happen? Losing sight of yourself?
I mean, I guess it's just one of my biggest fears, you know? Like, I'm gonna go off to college and I'm gonna change and I'm gonna look at myself and I'm not gonna be able to recognize who I am. I have this really vivid image of my old self and my new self in this space, and they're aware of one another and they're fighting back and forth, and eventually my new self takes over. I don't know, I guess I'm just afraid I'm gonna change in college and I'm not gonna be able to stop it.
But you changed throughout high school and you don't seem to be unhappy with the person that you are now.
Do you think I changed a lot?
Yeah.
How?
Well, I remember how you used to always say that you never drink or smoke, but you ended up doing those things, so you had to have changed, or at least change your mind somewhat in order to do those things.
Yeah, but do you really think those things are that bad?
No, I don't think that those things are bad. Why does everyone always say that?
I mean, I just see those things more as growth than change, you know?
Yeah. So, growth and change are separate things.
Yeah, exactly.
But who's to say that this change that you're afraid of isn't just growth?
I guess I'm more afraid that my friends are gonna change, you know, like Olivia and Sarah.
Yeah. I think they'll be fine. You know, if it makes you feel any better, odds are I probably won't change. I mean, you even said it yourself. I haven't changed much since 8th grade, so I think things are looking pretty good for me. I'm gonna be A-okay.
Yeah, but that's different, though.
How?
I mean, you're the same, but you're not. I mean, like, it's more like you're you're slowly becoming who you're going to be for the rest of your life, but you're also still figuring things out.
No.
Fortunately, that person happens to be great. Don't change, okay?
Okay.
So you gonna walk me home?
No, I figured you could find your own way home.
I once read a poem that's from the perspective of a flower. It has been sitting in the ground for centuries, bored and tired until one day it's pulled out of the ground by a young man. It travels with him, clutched in his hand, and then is given to a young woman. The flower sees the man propose to her, and watches her say yes as she hugs him. As a symbol of the couple's love, it is preserved in a picture frame. Every day the flower sees the couple's love, and every day he sees their happiness. And when he witnesses them die in each other's arms, he knows that all those years weren't all for nothing.
So,
So,
You wanna come in?
right now?
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe you don't want to spend the night. I mean, I'm all alone and my parents are out of town, and if I don't have to be alone, I'd rather not. But you don't have to. I mean, you can go. That's totally fine.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll tell my mom I'm staying at Fred's or something.
Okay, awesome.
Is it okay if I use the bathroom plus text my mom?
Yeah? Yeah. You know where it is.
Yeah.
Come here, Samson Mitchell.
What are you doing?
That prom dance you wanted? We're getting it right now with yours truly.
Okay.
Put your hands here. Go here. And this way. Oh, avoid eye contact. Don't look at me. No, I'll be serious. I will. I'll be serious. So just, let me restart. Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you gonna write in college?
You know, major in English.
It's kind of the plan. Major in English.
How'd you know that that's what you wanted to do, you know? I don't even know what I want to do or what I want to major in or even what I like.
I guess I've just kind of known for a long time. I can't imagine doing anything else. It's the only thing that makes me happy.
Well, at least you know what makes you happy. I hope I find what I want to do. What I love. Why don't you try twirling me?
Twirl.
Mm-hmm. Like this? Okay. Okay, like a little higher up. Okay. Okay, slow down just a little bit. Okay, all right. Good. Good. You go upstairs?
Okay.
Guess I don't have to shut it tonight. Yeah. Actually, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick, but I'll be right back. So just hold that thought. You all right?
Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
When you fall asleep and wake up in the morning, are you gonna acknowledge that this happened or just brush it off like it never did?
You think I would do that?
I don't know.
Because we just went out on a date and talked. I mean, really talked, and you think I would just pretend like it didn't happen?
I don't know.
That would be a really shitty thing to do.
I know.
And you think I would do that?
I never said you wouldn't.
Implied I wouldn't.
Are you gonna not brush it off because you don't want to, or because you think that it's the right thing to do?
Because I want to.
You sure?
Yeah. Why do you think I would?
I don't know, I just do.
You do know.
It's because you're you.
What is that supposed to mean?
Because you're you, and I'm me. I know that sounds stupid, but it's what everybody would think.
What do you mean?
A few months ago, Christy and her friends, they found out that we were together in 8th grade, and they couldn't believe it, that we were together. That's what I mean.
Why couldn't they believe it?
Are you really gonna pretend like you don't know?
Why does it matter?
High school, you acted like you didn't even know me. Yeah, you said hi in the hallway when you felt like you had to. But most of the time, you just acted like I wasn't there, and you never acknowledged me when you're around your friends.
Why do you have this idea of me pretending to be ashamed of you?
Are you?
No.
Then why did you really not tell Sarah and Olivia that we were hanging out tonight?
Are you sure that it's not you that thinks I should be ashamed of you? That I should be embarrassed of you?
Yeah.
Because if you didn't believe that, then you wouldn't assume that I was. You pushed me away, you know? You remember that scrimmage against Monroe? I went to see you.
I thought you just came to see the game.
I don't even like football. I only went to the games to hang out with my friends. Why would I go to a scrimmage?
You were hanging out with Chris and Angela.
Yeah, but I was there for you.
I saw you.
I know.
Why'd you want to see me?
I wanted to talk to you.
About what?
I wanted an explanation. Like why you pushed me away. And then I thought that you probably wouldn't tell me, that I didn't really want to hear, and that you didn't really want me there, so I left. Sort of like you did at the burger place. Guess we're not that different.
I remember seeing you in the stands and being really happy, which doesn't make any sense because it wasn't that long after we broke up, but I was. And I looked for you when the game was over, but you'd already left. I wish you had stayed.
What would have happened if I did stay?
I don't know. I don't remember how stubborn I was back then.
Probably no less stubborn than you are now.
Would you have gotten back together with me if I had asked?
I mean, yeah, if things went back to the way they were before you started treating me differently.
Do you truly believe that we wouldn't have broken up 2 months later if we had stayed together.
You made me really happy.
I'm really happy too.
Did you ever think that it was meant to be this way? That we were meant to end because we're both better off for it?
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of easy way of looking at it. I feel like we just as easily could have stayed together, but we ended up choosing the other option, which was either better or worse, or maybe it would have even just been the same.
I just didn't think that you wanted to talk to me, you know? Maybe I did pretend that I didn't want to see you. I just thought that I wanted to give you what I thought you wanted, which was space. I thought you wanted to be left alone. So if you thought it was awkward when you texted me that summer, that it somehow made things worse, the truth is that I just really didn't know what to do. I thought you wanted me to leave you alone, so I did. I guess that could be an excuse. I don't know.
I was mad at you after the text and you said no. It wasn't that you said no, but rather how you said it. I felt like I was nothing. I don't know, I just felt like I deserved more. You didn't want to have an actual conversation about it or talk on the phone or even meet in person. You said no, and that was that. I just wanted more.
When you texted me that summer, I wanted to say yes, but I decided I had to do what was best for me.
I wish that we had stayed friends. I know that would have been really hard, at least I know it would have been for me. But I really wish that you'd stayed in my life.
People always say the most honest things after midnight.
I'm so afraid about going off to college, Alex. I have no idea what to do. I don't know anyone. Not the best at making friends. Just, don't get me wrong, I sure as hell don't want to go back to high school. It'd just be so much easier too. I have no idea what's gonna happen.
Alex? you're okay?
You lied.
What?
Hey, this is Samson. I'm really sorry I missed your call, but please leave me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
You tried to wash it off, but it was still readable. You aren't gonna say anything?
I don't know what to say.
I saw you go over there. I saw her write her number on your arm. What happened?
I walked over there. I said, hey. I just panicked. I told her that my friend dared me to get her number, but I tell her mine and she could write that on my arm.
Why?
Why what?
Why didn't you just get her number?
Because I didn't want to. We've been over this.
We stood on the gazebo and made a pact to be honest. And you weren't. But I wasn't either. I cheated on Jack. I was at orientation and there was a party. And Jack and I were in a fight at the time. And I drank a little, and this guy started talking to me, and I started flirting with him, and before I knew it, I was taking my clothes off. And it just felt so sick. Jack broke it off with me, but not because he wanted to have fun. I don't know where that rumor started. I didn't do anything to stop it. And he didn't tell our friends. All he said was that we were going to different schools. So it made sense. I don't know, maybe it's for the best, you know? Sometimes I miss him. But mostly I just, I can't forgive myself that I did that. I never wanted to cheat. I didn't want to be that girl. I never thought I would be, and now I am. Sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I think I see what's under the surface. And the person that's there, I don't recognize her. I'm so scared. I'm so scared because I don't want to change. I'm really afraid that I'm going to change for the worse.
Nothing ever happened with me and Julia. I never asked her out. I never even went out with her. The story of Julia ends with me sitting in my car, thinking about going in and backing up and driving away and never going back. I lied. I lied because I could feel everybody thinking that I was never with anybody in high school because I still liked you, and it's just not true. I know that I asked you out after freshman year, and I said all those things last night about prom, but I'm not hung up on you. It's just that I don't like how things were left between us. Everything just felt way too open. There seemed to still be a possibility there. I didn't have a crush on you for those 4 years. I had crushes on other girls. It's more the what if scenario. Since I've only ever been with you, I always come back to you. But you have me, Steven, and Jack. And I have you. And as much as I like that, I really want you out of my head sometimes. I'll never forget when you told me that one of these days I was gonna let all my emotions out and you were gonna be there when it happened. I guess you were right. That article you wrote for the newspaper?
Yeah? You read that?
Yeah. But did you write that?
Oh, did I write it for you?
Yeah.
I was still with Jack at the time. And Olivia was obsessed with all those, summer before college to-do lists and things to finish. And I wrote one for her. And the part about reconnecting with an old flame, that was just me messing with her. Because of the whole thing with Ryan. It was hard not to think about you, though. I mean, I always wondered what you were doing. I never knew, and no one ever seemed to know, and I hated that. I just wanted to know how things were going and if you were okay. But I was never brave enough to ask myself. I care about you a lot, Sam.
I care about you a lot too.
And even though that article wasn't written for you, I'm really glad that tonight happened. It was nice and it really meant a lot to me. You have no idea. So thanks for listening.
I should be thanking you.
I should probably be thanking you for finally opening up to me.
Should have done that a long time ago.
Better late than never.
Yeah.
Do you think
if I hadn't written that article that we'd be here right now?
No.
What time is it?
I don't care.
I can't spend the next 4 years of my life with my mind on the past. I need to take the past for what it is, a memory. What I know now is that the past is something you learn from. You can't live in it. If you do, you end up like me, a guy who wishes he had made more of something that he was given. I read once that life is something that happens when you're not asleep. In that case, it's time to wake up.
If only I was an invisible fly on the wall, I can tell the difference between all of the highs and the lows. I am secluded, so tell me how I am involved. Submerge me in water until my whole body dissolves. I don't belong, yeah, but I'm not one to complain. I am so far gone, I am ashamed. I have to get out of this place, it's not a race. But I was running and running, I learned it a little too late. I'm not the same, she was afraid, and I could tell it by the look on the face. Don't give me attention to coins out the fountain to reverse my wishes. Angels don't talk, but the demons, they listen. By reading the signs, I realize their intention. If only I was an invisible fly on the wall, I can tell the difference between all of the highs and the lows. I am secluded, so tell me how I am involved. Submerge me in water until my whole body dissolves. Am I the moth or am I the flame? Am I the one who should take all the blame? Am I the noise or am I the silence? Awake all night, why am I always like this? There ain't no answer for everything, probably never need a wedding ring. Don't got nobody to entertain, maybe when I hit another stage. Out in the cold and I'm shivering, how will I know when I'm feeling strange? They told me Venus in retrograde, but for happiness I'll do anything. If only I was an invisible fly on the wall, I can tell the difference between all of the highs and the lows. I am secluded, so tell me how I am involved. Submerge me in water until my whole body dissolves. If only I was an invisible fly on the wall, I can tell the difference between all of the highs and the lows. I am secluded, so tell me how I am involved. Submerge me in water until my whole body dissolves.